Days Gone got a new update, 1.10. I will tell you everything you need to know. It comes, for example, with a new difficulty mode. Plus, we know way more about the upcoming free DLC plans that will be coming to the game. And they are way more exciting than I first anticipated. So everything you need to know in this video. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video, as it shows your support. And let's go. The new update comes in at 16 gigs and adds the new survival difficulty to the game that makes Days Gone way more challenging. So you can't just switch the difficulty in your regular save, you really have to start the game all over, and then you will also see this warning saying that it will be really difficult and that you also cannot switch the difficulty back when you select this really hard mode. And there will be reasons for that as well, like new trophies, so you cannot just play one part in the easy mode and then switch back to this survival mode and then still unlock the trophy at the end. We'll touch on the new trophies in a second. Also, make sure that you manually save before you restart the game on this survival mode, so you can always go back to your previous main save. Because the autosaves will of course get lost, they will be overridden when you replay the game on a different save. So totally make sure that you have a manual save before you start playing this new survival difficulty. The new mode includes an immersive HUD, so you don't see the UI at all times, so that removes the enemy indicators as well. I'm playing the opening part of the game here, and while you would normally already see the mini-map and how much ammo you have and stuff like that, you don't see it at all here in the survival mode. So you have to get used to that, and you don't see your health too. So it will be pretty interesting to manage that. Like, for example, you can see your ammo by going to the weapon wheel, so that might be a nice way to track it, I guess. Sony notes that you can temporarily display the HUD by activating the survival vision, but for me it doesn't really work. Maybe it activates later on in the game. But yeah, overall it does seem like that will bring a new feature to the survival vision. The enemies in the survival mode will also hit harder, not really unexpected of course. And this is a big one, you cannot fast travel while in the survival difficulty. So you will be out there in the world when traversing from point A to point B, so then you can easily get attacked and stuff like that. So yes, it should be a pretty different experience, and that's pretty cool to see for a new difficulty instead of just making the enemies hit harder and you dealing less damage. This really changes things up. The patch also comes with some progression fixes, where you would not have access to a rock item during certain missions, and also where certain bounty jobs did not work. They also mentioned some general fixes, like audio improvements have been made for all the guns, so that's very nice to hear. The reticle is now more visible when shooting, and other bugs have been addressed as well. I put a link to the full patch notes in the description of this video so you can check it out. They did not mention an improved frame rate, so I'm curious if they changed that up quite a bit. Let me know in the comments down below what your experience is, because that's of course one of the biggest issues with this game, that the frame drops are pretty significant. Hopefully this update improved that one bit. But yeah, of course the biggest thing they added is the new difficulty. And if you are up for the challenge and complete the game in the survival difficulty, they will get a new unique bike skin, and we don't know what it will look like yet. Maybe it's included in the new trailer, but those are likely the rewards for the upcoming challenges. Again, I will talk about that in a second. So if you complete the game on this new survival difficulty and got this new reward, then you can totally reach out to me on Twitter at JorRaptor or Instagram JorRaptor, or the input@jorraptor.com email address with the reward, because I would love to highlight it here on the channel. And we'll of course give you a shout out then as well. I will be going to E3 and will be super busy of course these couple of weeks, so totally look forward to jumping back into Days Gone for this new difficulty. But you will likely finish it before me, so totally reach out if you got the rewards, because again I would love to showcase it here. You also will get 2 new trophies for beating this game on the new difficulty, or actually 1 for beating the game on this new survival difficulty, and also 1 for defeating a horde in under 1 minute in this new difficulty mode as well. So that will be a fun one to get for sure. Kinda comparable to a fun combat challenge, because that is the thing, in late June there will be 3 weekly challenges added to Days Gone. Every week for 12 weeks we will have a special challenge to look forward to, and the first one is called Surrounded, and in this one we have to fight an infinite horde in the town of Sherman's Camp. So that already sounds pretty awesome, but there's a twist. So of course you can die from the hundreds of freakers that will attack you, but also if the time runs out. And killing freakers will add more time to the timer. So you will really have to play aggressive in order to survive and get the highest score. You will also be able to get a multiplier by doing sub-challenges like environmental kills, headshots, and also you get points by collecting the ears that the freakers of course drop on the ground. So that will be the first one. Again, it kicks off in late June, but we can also expect special bike challenges where we have to ride through rings and likely as fast as possible, and combat challenges will be added as well, likely against other enemies than the freaker hordes. So don't expect 4 different challenges for each category, and then we will first see the horde challenge, then likely the bike challenge, then the combat challenge, and then the horde challenge. So that they kind of switch it up. I could not find if these challenges will be active all the time or if they will also be gone after 1 week and then a new one will appear. I hope that they will stay, but I could not really find any concrete info on that. Either way, this totally looks like fun replayable content where you can also score points to end up in a leaderboard and compete with your friends, but also with other players around the world. So that score is cool, but you will mostly be doing these challenges for the nice rewards. Like they show new bike skins, but more interesting are the new patches that you can wear on your outfit. And they will also have small gameplay enhancements. Like in the trailer we see an extra health item, or that you can get your focus back faster. On the PlayStation blog they also note that you can get increased health, faster stamina regen, and also decreased focus cost, greater melee weapon durability, better gun accuracy from the bike, and even more. And pretty cool is that when you earn these patches, you will also be able to use them in the main game, so have these advantages in the main game as well. These challenges really sound like a separate mode, because they also mention that you can earn ranks and get credits to buy character skins, bike skins, and also wearable rings that will also give you special gameplay perks. The one they show in the trailer are already interesting, like restores nitrous, suppresses shots, and also rolling reload. So the first one is likely that you get nitro back faster, the other one is likely that all your shots will be suppressed, and the rolling reload gives you a portion of your ammo back after rolling. They also mention a ring where faulting regenerates some stamina, and also where headshots increase the gun accuracy. So some pretty substantial perks that should totally help you a lot during these challenges, but you can only have 2 active at a time, so you gotta pick and choose. Also good to note is that you can only use these rings in the challenge mode, like they can't be used in the main game sadly, so just to perfect your high score by replaying a challenge. The new character skins will also only be available in this challenge mode, so not in the main game. And I will now just call it challenge mode for the sake of it. And we saw some cool ones already in the trailer. We saw that you can play as Boozer, the Nero Soldier, Iron Mike, Ricky, and if we actually fast forward, we also see a Ripper there on a bike as well, likely Carlos. And in the block they also mentioned 3 different outfits for Deacon, Apocalypse Deacon, Flashback Deacon, and Shirtless Deacon as well. And here they also mention other characters, Boozer, Ricky, Eddie, as well, Iron Mike, and more. So a ton of pretty cool rewards to chase during these challenges. Again, looks like you earn credits that you can then spend on these rewards. I think it sounds really cool and way more fleshed out than I first had thought. Hopefully they add some new weapons to the mix as well, otherwise you will just be using the same horde loadouts that you already used in the main game, or maybe you have to earn the weapons again in this separate challenge mode. I'm not really sure, but I don't think that we should expect new weapons, like they're not talking about that. Again, already more than I expected though, and hopefully it will be as cool as it sounds. The first challenge will kick off in late June, so likely the final week of June. But right now we already have the new survival difficulty. I will totally cover all the challenges here on the channel, share tips and tricks on how to take them on and get the most points. So totally subscribe for everything on Days Gone. It will be very fun to stream this as well. So really cool to see that we got good reasons to spend more time with this fun game. Also, it will be discounted starting tomorrow during the Days of Play promotion. So check the PlayStation Store to see what the price is in your region if you don't have the game yet. And maybe jump in, because I totally think that for the discounted price, I think it's like $40 or euros, I think Days Gone is totally worth it. A like on this video would be super appreciated. Check out my previous Days Gone videos on the best weapons that you totally want to get, or some other features that will be coming to the game. Let me know what you think of these new challenges and the updates in the comments down below. For now, I'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.